Yoko, please. Please tell me you're here. You're with me, right? So to bring Yoko back. Oh, hey. Are you like my guide? Like Hunter x Hunter? Or are you like my dude that tells me like, oh, you have to welcome in. Come here. No, take your time. Take your time. It was your curse that killed that poor woman, I take it. What? Did she walk away from me? Oh, was she going to leave me? Cat got your tongue? Mr. Oki? Who are you, and how do you know my name? Do you mean to say you don't recognize me? I'm your father. It comes at a bit of a shock, I must say. Wait a minute. That neck. That neck. Are you the masked boy? Just look a little harder. I dare say it will jog your memory. What's with this guy? Tall, humorless looking man. Okay, that's a little... Okay, I never... Okay, I could just say like a normal looking guy. He's acting like he knows me, though. Have we met somewhere before? Look a little harder. I dare say it will jog your memory. What am I supposed to look at? Your fucking hands? That man, who is he? 40s. What is he doing here? Watching me the whole time. He's one of the bears. Oh, true. If he is one of the bears. Are you gonna... Hey, like, I kind of have a friend. Can we... I still don't have a clue who you are. Do you know me? Have we met? Dear me, it's always humbling to find that one is not as well known as one believes. Perhaps my name will help you remember. I am Takumi Yumioka. Takumi. Does that ring any bells? Oh, that's such an awkward situation. I hate being here too, man. When someone goes up to you and be like, hey, you remember me? And then you're like, oh yeah, totally. And they call you out for it and you're just like, ah! Oh yeah, man, of course. How could I forget? Yeah, I lent you that Game Boy Advance game. Of course, yeah. Oh yeah, man. It's like, do you ever give it back? And they'd be like, oh yeah, I gave it back like, don't you remember? I gave it back like a long time ago. I'm like, oh, of course you did. It's just so awkward, but you don't want to say no either. I think I've heard that name somewhere before. Maybe. You don't even know my name. How disappointing. I'm sorry. Disappointing, but fortuitous. Okay. Well then, Mr. Okay. Okay. Allow me to make you a proposition. You have a curse stone in your possession. I would like to give to me. How do you know that? Well, I saw the whole thing. So you saw my friend die. That means you spooked her. Because you were behind me. She didn't see you. I didn't see you. Even I barely have a handle on it. So you know the 7 mysteries of Honjo and their curses and all that, don't you? But of course, those curse stories. They're done by me. They are terribly dangerous things, capable of killing without a trace, so long as their conditions are met. I hadn't thought of that way, but yeah. Imagine that might happen if one fell before the wrong hands. No man, this is my stand. Get your own bizarre adventure. They would be safer in mine, don't you agree? I don't even know you! Although it seems like I arrived too late to stop you from killing that poor woman. Yeah, it wasn't me. I didn't even have the thing yet. I'm willing to overlook the indiscretion, but only if you give me your cursed stone. No way in hell. For all I know, it's the wrong hands are yours. Very well. I had hoped to settle this amicably, but you leave me no choice. It's time for my trap card. He must have a cursed stone. It'd be explained how he would be so damn much. He can kill me instantly, as long as he fulfills his stone's conditions. Until I know what those conditions are, I can't make any sudden moves. Until I know what those conditions are, I can't make any sudden moves. I have to keep him talking, learn what I can, and figure out a way to get my curse out first. How can I get him to leave me behind? Though it would be a waste to not take this chance to find out the other curse bearers. Yeah. I find a topic that keeps him talking. That's my bet. What's my best bet? He knows about my curse stone. I know about my own curse stone, so I don't really need to talk about my own curse stone. Let's talk about him. I want to know you more. Coach got scared, but okay, whatever. I didn't get scared. I was startled. Before I give you my curse stone, I want to know who you are. I need to know if I can trust you. A reasonable enough concern? Very well. I am an associate of a great sorcerer, Suigen Gamyodo. Suigen Gamyodo. Indeed. You must have heard of him. I believe he was recently featured in a certain magazine. Your unfortunate companion there came seeking his counsel not a few days ago. It was from her I have learned your name. I thought she would have mentioned me to you, but it seems that was presumptuous of me. Okay, alright, well don't act like you know me then, fucking asshole. You made me feel bad for like no reason. I hope your curse is to make other people feel bad, because you're doing a hell of a good job at it. When did this happen? Well, just the two of us. Oh, just 2 or 3 days ago. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not buying that. He knows I don't know who he is, so he's just trying to feed me a story. I've known Yoko for a month, but she never mentioned going to see some mystic. Although it is Yoko we're talking about here, so it's hard to say for sure. No, she would have told us, for real. When she brought up the professor, you usually bring up you met someone. I hope that it's enough to convince you that my hands are more than just trustworthy. You like him? You think he's hot? You tell me you think he's hot? How do I make him walk away? Hoping scenario 3, something impossible make him stay. I don't have to make him walk away. I feel like if we shit our pants, that would make him walk away. So right now our curse is to make people walk away from us, and that will kill them. That's our condition we have to meet. So if we shit our pants, uncontrollable shit, like you had Taco Bell the night before with some Indian food with garlic naan, because you know you don't hate yourself. Garlic naan's a fantastic food, right? And you just constantly shit yourself. If your stomach's not used to it, of course. He has to walk away, right? Like if I piss my pants, he has to walk away. How do I know if it wasn't you who killed Yoko with your curse? Mr. Oki, if you're hoping to trick me into revealing whether I possess a curse stone, I assure you, you cannot. It is your curse that was responsible, Mr. Oki. No matter what you might tell yourself. Was she trying to walk away from me? Like leave me? But we didn't have the curse stone yet, so that doesn't make sense. Oh, don't play dumb. I know you're the one who did this. Whether you choose to believe me is your prerogative, but you are mistaken. But you should know that multiple curses awaken at once at the stroke at midnight. There are many other curses in Honjo, and many other curse bearers. Is it not premature of you to assume that I am the one responsible? Wait, so you're saying that at midnight a bunch of people became curse bearers? There's no point continuing this conversation. For all I know, he could be telling me anything. It is pretty anime. That would work. I can recall something useful. Recall something useful. Recall. Takumi. How the hell does he know me? It's not like I've been getting out much. I barely have the life outside of work. Wait, that's it. My work. He knows. That's how he knows me. We work in an office. We never actually met him, but so it's totally slipped my mind. Wait. Secretary to the chairwoman of Haihoku Soaps. Huh. Wait, curse echo. That means she's also cursed. Wait, does that mean she also has a curse? Watches Shoki. Worships the company chairwoman nuts in the... Okay, demonstrates unwavering loyalty. Okay. Alright. So you can come on my ass. This guy thinks he can sell me anything. But I don't know if having figured that out helps me out much right now. Alright. Let's get to this one. For each of the 7 mysteries, there are a curse and a curse bearer, right? Do you know who any of the others are? And what would you do with that information? Your intentions are nothing untoward, I hope. It is the hearts of the selfish and insipid of those who would be most tempted by the rite of resurrection that the curses take root. And the curse's resentful memories impart a powerful urge to kill, as I am certain you are aware. You are the victim of circumstance, Mr. Oki, but your situation is exceedingly dangerous. You relinquish your curse stone for your own benefit before it's too late. Yeah, but if I... No, that's how he killed me. Wait, no, that's how he kills me, though. If I relinquish my curse stone, that means I walk away from the stone. Then I would die. It's already too late. There's no going back. All I can do is keep pressing forward. If you're going to stand in my way, then I'll have to stop you. Am I to take that as a threat, Mr. Oke? I would encourage you to exercise more discretion before you fall foul of a curse. Now, who are you? Who are you? You work at the soaps, just like me. You're the chairwoman's secretary. Well, look at that. It took you long enough. Your lack of company loyalty is frankly astounding. Allow me to reiterate my request then. Not as a stranger, but as your superior. Okay, well, no, I definitely don't want to, because you're acting like kind of a dick. Why is your chairwoman secretary even out looking for curse stones anyways? Did your chairwoman die? I refrain from revealing myself precisely to avoid such questions, but I suppose needs must. Since the dawn of the Showa era, the land of Hojo has nurtured our company's growth, and vice versa. It is our duty to ensure that curses do not take root in this land we know as our home. I'm not sure if I buy that. Like many things, it is not a matter that concerns the rank and file. The chairwoman has no desire to spread fear through our beloved company's birthplace. Now, if that is all, I must insist that you hand me your curse stone. So wait, the whole company I work for is in this curse thing? Yoko! Did you hear that? I guess you can't. But my whole company, my whole office is a cult. Sorry, what about my curse stone? What do you want it for anyways? I intend to seal it away in a secure location so it may never be used again. I am certain that you, too, would rather be free of this burden. The power to kill without fear of consequence is, in itself, a curse. There are many ne'er-do-wells in this world who could not resist the urge to use it. All the more if promised a chance to resurrect the dead. You'll seal it away. How? I'll put it in the care of the sorcerer who is well-versed in the supernatural matters. If I've gained your trust, I must ask you to hand me your curse stone. He works at Hiroko Soaps, just like me. He's the secretary, the chairwoman. No wonder he didn't recognize him. He's a way above us lowly peons. I only ever see him in the company bulletins. But he knew who I was. Could he have memorized the names and faces of everyone in the company? Damn, that's pretty crazy. Man's a goddamn Sigma. This is American Psycho, the Japanese version. Why are you so convinced that it's my curse that killed Yoko? Why, it's simply that. I do believe I just saw your companion move. She what? Yoko? Yep. Wait, she doesn't look at me. Yoko? He killed me! No! I messed up, he killed me! My, small daddy. You seem to have arrived at a less favorable result. This is a conjecture of my part, but Perhaps you ought to be more careful about turning your back on unscrupulous individuals. Fear not, you may take as many attempts as you please from before your unfortunate mishap. Try again. Very well. Just remember, whatever you do, do not turn around. Do not... I can't turn around. I can't turn around. I die if I turn around. Wait, I've got it. I can somehow convince him to leave. Alright. Oh crap, I totally forgot. What is it? I called an ambulance. Something came. Oh, I did call an ambulance! Oh right, I forgot to mention. I called an ambulance. It should be coming any minute now. An ambulance. So if I turn my back to him, I die. What curse is that? It can't be the one-sided. It can't be the drum. It can't be the lantern. It can't be the light. It can't be the foot. What curse is that? To make your opponent turn around. They will arrive to find you standing next to a corpse alone in the dead of night. No doubt they will hand you over to the police, who will have some questions for you. Probably, but I'm sticking with Yoko. Unless you want to join me in the interrogation room, you better get out of here. You're telling me the truth, I see. They are getting closer by the second. I cannot afford to wayland in this instance. I must take my leave. Use curse! Shogo, okay! You dare! Wow. He's dead. Ah, I see. That's what the curse stones can do. Whoa. Has gained 1% soul drags? 1%? Wait, if he knew about my curse, shouldn't he know? What would happen if I left him, let him live? I was kind of eager. He was kind of a dick. Saika became the ultimate bike gang leader. Chiaki became the ultimate princess. That fits. That fits. All that fits. I have to park immediately. I felt bad for leaving Yoko, but I couldn't stay here. The emergency medical services will probably take care of her body. Takemi's too. This will be all over the news tomorrow. But until then, at least I know she'll be in a safe place. Alright. I have to find myself my next sacrifice quickly. I got no time to waste. I need to find the other curse bearers and collect their souls. Killing Takemi barely got me any soul. That means he didn't have a... Oh, that means he didn't have a soul stone. It's not enough. The soul of the non-curse bearer amounts to little more than... Yeah, I need to kill 100 people to get that up. I have to think about places where other curse bearers of the 7 mysteries would be. The curses were activated by around midnight. The others are bound to be active still. I should check to see if there's any others. Okay. Alright, the hunt begins. Let's see, which of the 7 mysteries are closest? I'm in the Kinchiko area right now. Okay, one there, one there. Foot washing. The Honji Bridge. 3 places close, I guess I'll start there. Alright. Let's move. We can tell what is what. That's us. The Fool's Procession. Now, high school. Okay, we're not going there. Honoji. Are we going to Honoji? That's Honoji. We have Honoji, Warigasu, Shomoku. Okay. Okay. So this is the one. This is the following the light one. This is the clapping back. And then we have the foot one. Alright, straight to the foot. Both the foot washing mansion and the ever-burning lantern are from this area. This late at night, even a road as big as this one is silent as a grave. Is it just me or oddly dark around here? Could this be? Have I met the conditions to be killed? Should I get out of here? Or should I stick around and figure out what I'm dealing with? True, there is no light to follow. So we could die. Let's check the surroundings. I know it's past midnight, but it seems oddly dark around here. Yeah, there's no lights. And this feeling is the same as before. Oh, there he is. Alright, let's check it out. There's something over there. Cursed Echo? A curse of the 7 mysteries gave form? I knew it. A cursed bear around here. It doesn't seem hostile. Is it trying to tell me to come closer? What should I do? Observe for now. Let's observe from now. Check our... Okay, now we move a little closer. Let's save. Who's that? Minus spoiler? Get closer. That's gonna happen if I just sit and wait. Let's check it out. I love how he can convince himself to do any option. I can sit and wait, or I can walk closer. Honestly, my toxic trait is I can convince myself anything. Darn it, well now what? I'm alive. This isn't a curse doing, someone's pulling me in. That hurt, looks like I'm inside a building? Did it toss me in here? I can't see squat. Is it the same darkness from the cursed echo? Oh, I can't see anything, eh? Whoa, what the? My stomach! It feels like it's ripping apart! Oh, I died! My stomach, no! Is it like Mega Man? Do I need to go to other places to gather, like, the things I need? What's up, old man? Yeah, it's true. Yeah, let's go. Hold on, I need to... So, I don't have any items, so let's leave, actually. I don't have any items to deal with it. Let's go to the bridge instead, then. Hold on, it's in the list of everyone's altar. Okay, alright. The bridge is supposedly where the bell from the haunting clapper store used to be. I wandered around here for a while, but I didn't see anything interesting. The only thing I found, what looks like 100 yen lighter. Someone threw it away. Oh, that's what I need! I need a lighter! Let's see if I find a lighter. Okay, wait. I found a lighter, which I need for the south. Maybe we can find other things? The location linked to the beckoning light. He's a man. Let's check the surroundings. Hardly anyone's around here, but not surprised seeing us 2 in the morning. It feels like the horde's gone to sleep. Alright, let's leave him for now. Let's see if we can, I want to see if we can actually survive the darkness now with our lighter. Hopefully, our guy knows how to use a lighter. All right, let's get a little closer. Okay, let's get a little frisky. Oh wait, he's committing seppuku. I just realized that the guy's cutting his own stomach. Okay. Items. Lighter. Brace yourselves! It's perfect. Now I can make out my surroundings a bit better. What the? Something. Chat, he's got a light. That ruins everything. Is someone there? Are you a curse bearer? It's over here. Get out of here. Use my curse. You cannot walk away. Why? Wait, we have the advantage then. That was a close one. I didn't catch a glimpse of the curse bearer, but it seems I'm alright. 30%! Damn! That's a lot! He was 29% total? His curse must have had something to do with the light and darkness. I guess that would be the ever-burning lantern. So it's a connection between the 7 mysteries and the way the curses work. Yeah, okay, I'm glad you made that connection too. No, he's dead now. Can we find his body? No, I guess not, right? It's met something. Total darkness. Good thing I had that ladder. It seemed to save me. Alright, well. That's one down. Let's move. This is the list in the... Okay, alright, thanks. I'll check it out. Alright, now let's check out this man. This is kind of dreamy. A little bit of tip your hat kind of guy. Someone's standing on the bridge, silhouetting themselves against the sky. Observe. Okay, alright. Fine, I'll go first. Okay. I see. Interesting. Well then, this is a surprise. Huh? Who are you? If you got the wrong guy, just say so. Man. Far shore. The far side of industrial... Okay, further down the bridge is temple, where he got his name. Can I look around? No. What am I thinking about right now? Shady looking guy? Shady or stylish? I like to think the latter. He's a flamboyant fellow. Flamboyant? I don't know. I wouldn't call him that. I wouldn't bat an eyelid if there were the inner city, but he stands out like a sore thumb in these parts. Does he? Maybe because he's just hotter than you? I don't know. Am I sensing a little bit of jealousy here? Come now. It won't hurt to at least tell me your name. Should we act friendly? But his beauty mark tells me yes. My mind's telling me no. But my body... Careful now, young man. It's not wise to go about giving your name to strangers. Thanks, man. You're a real one. Gone is the age when might made right. Might made right. Nowadays, it's information that rules the world. Oh, wow. So you are a fan of Google, I assume. You do well to remember that. You're the one who asked. Your name, your address, your phone number, your age, your occupation, your personal information is much more valuable than you might think. You should treat those things with care. So I guess you don't plan on telling me anything either, then. You can call me Richard Kai, private detective. But you didn't know this, okay. You say you're a detective. That's right. I'm a man who deals in secrets. Don't expect me to share any more information with me, though. Or with you, though. I only told you that so we could have an understanding. Private detective. Alright. Let's talk. What's a detective doing around here? Working. That's all I'll say about that. I could ask you the same thing, though. It seems like a strange place to stop. What brought you here? Information. Yeah, why lie? He can probably tell through our lie. I see. Clearly you didn't stop here just for a chance to talk to me. Which begs the question, what did you expect to find here? Maybe this bridge simply appeals to you. But then, why would you go out of your way to drop by in the middle of the night? I'm looking for the beckoning light. No. If it's the beckoning light, right? We have to follow the light. In time, getting near. Okay, one might spot a hazy lantern light up ahead, despite being no one around it. Following it might cause it to go out suddenly when getting near. But just when one fears the darkness, it might swallow them up. Another light will appear further ahead as it's guiding the one who sees it. I can't give him any information. He just told me not to, right? No, don't worry about it. I think I'm on the wrong place anyway. If you never need a hand, I'd be happy to help. It's all in a day's work for an investigator extraordinaire. Thanks. I'll try looking somewhere else for now. Really? Well, I'm sorry I couldn't be any of more help. Oh, that's right. I meant to ask. Do you have a lighter on you? A lighter? You mean for cigarettes? Well, I got this cheap one I picked up, but that's it. Oh no, that'll do nicely. Are you sure? Alright, okay, he's it. He's the beckoning light. 100% he's the beckoning light. 100%. Seems like he has anything to do with curse bearers. I should move on. If he's been here for this long, he says, there's a good chance he's seen something. But I don't think it's worth asking. He seems kind of all kinds of trouble. But there's nowhere else to go, probably. Anyway, I should get back to work. Once you're gone, of course. Is there a reason I can't be here? Of course, my work is top secret. A detective with a dark backstory? Can I not give it to him? Can I not give him my lighter? Huh. I guess not. Every time I see a detective in games or movies, they always have just hella fancy and wear a goddamn fedora. Really? I don't know if we're watching the same detective stuff then, man. I'm thinking like Sherlock Holmes. Man had like a, yeah, he dressed nice. But yeah, I don't know. What detectives are you thinking of? Okay, once I had a look around the area, I should head somewhere else now. Where to next? The park? The school? The fool's possession? Park or school? Let's take a look here. This is the fool's one. When walking around his estate, he heard the sound of music, much like the choreographed performance. He commanded his people to find the source. No matter how much they searched, the music would fade when one was near. The source of the sound was never located. The story is known as the possession of the Tanuki. As many believe that there are mischievous tricksters behind it all. So we can't follow the music or else we die. Probably.